Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and on with the program. Your way is not the only way. There are many ways of doing things. This is a very tough one for me because doing self-evaluation, I know whether I like it or not. I can be a very egotistical, arrogant know-it-all, and I get headstrong on the way of doing things, and I fail to understand what I'm failing to learn from others. And sometimes we got to remember that we're flowing back to the ocean, and there are several ways of getting down there, but we're all flowing in the same direction. And sometimes when you're working with others, you got to remember that you may be on a certain creek. You might be well equipped to do another creek or river, but you may be on this particular river at that time, flowing back to the ocean. And the best way is to learn how to cooperate. I don't think that every time we are crossed with a challenge of knowledge between others, that it's really about teaching somebody else as much as it is about learning about yourself. For me, it's learning about understanding. It's learning about patience. It's learning simply the fact that you don't know everything. If you really want to help somebody, you have to learn how to learn. And what I've learned is, with my ego, this is how it works, is that I don't like things to be revealed. I like to discover. And I think a lot of people like to discover. People don't like their ideas to be challenged, or their way of being to be challenged. What we got to understand is there's more than one way to, unfortunately, skin a cat, but there are reasons for that, because in our survival we have to learn how to be able to adapt to what is happening to us at that particular time. And the best way to do that is have all of our resources of how we can do things the same thing. It's always best to learn from others, what they're trying to show you. Because if somebody is trying to offer their knowledge and trying to share something with you, that is a positive thing. That is a gift to you. Why would you reject a gift? If their discovery of your knowledge is your gift to them, then that's wonderful too. But that's not going to come from you trying to reveal, hey, did you know there's another way of doing this? This is the way I know how to do things. I'll just make a quick example, because I have experience in carpentry. When you're cutting a piece of plywood, I've been with crews that like to use a chalk box to snap a line at their measurement. And I've worked with other crews that like to use a T-square after marking their lengths and marking it with a pencil. Well, what happens if you're trained both ways, or each way, and one day you don't have a T-square, or one day you don't have a chalk box? Learning from each other, having the patience from learning from each other. Now you're equipped with two ways of getting the job done on, and that's what it's all about. Is once again, everybody putting everything into the potluck. It's an ingredient. It's another ingredient. It's not a change. So remember, your way is not the only way. All these drops that are going back to the ocean, they all have different things in them. Some have sand. Some of them have runoff from the mountains. But they're all different. But they all lead to the same thing. We're all part of the big ocean. We're all part of this. So just try to include that drop in part of the flow. I hope everybody has a good day today. Thank you guys so much. Thanks.